Hey kids, what's happening? I'm gonna guess you're wondering what old Itchy's up to now. Well, I just got back from a trip to Home Depot. I thought today was as good a time as any. I got myself a brand new air compressor. So I'm going to swap out the old one. This is my old 20-gallon air compressor back here. And I got a brand new one. Now, why did I do that? I don't know if you guys have watched a video where the guy has one of these air compressors, just like this one, and it blew up. And I mean, it blew the door out of the garage, it blew the windows out of the garage, it did so much damage. And if anybody would have been standing within, say, like 20 feet of the thing, they would have been killed. So luckily, nobody was around when the thing blew up. But, you know, he had turned it on, and it was building up pressure, and the whole tank exploded, just ripped wide open. I mean, it was like a hand grenade going off in his garage. So why do I want to replace this one? Well, this is pretty old. This is an old, I think it's a Craftsman. I'm not really 100% sure, but it looks like it could be a Craftsman model. And I've had it for a long, long time. Now, the problem with this is on the bottom of the tank, there's a drain petcock that you unscrew, and it drains the water out. And you know, what's water doing in an air compressor? Well, these tanks, when they have compressed air, they build up a lot of condensation. They're pulling air in from outside, and it's going into that tank and pressurizing. But it causes a lot of condensation in there, and it actually builds up water in the bottom of the tank. So after every time you use it, you're supposed to unscrew that petcock and let the water drain out of the tank before you use it again. After a while, the tank starts to get rusty on the inside. You can't see it on the outside, but on the inside, it can get rusty. Now, the problem with this one is that it got the petcock got rusty and it broke off, so you couldn't drain the tank anymore. I couldn't get the liquid out of the thing anymore. So, you know, then I saw that video of that guy whose air compressor blew up, and I thought, okay, that's it. I'm not using this thing anymore because I haven't drained the water out of that thing in years. And, you know, as ridiculous as it is, I admit, you know, I didn't do it. So I don't know how safe that thing is anymore. So I'm going to take this out of here. I'm going to take the hose off of it and reuse it again. But I bought a brand new upright air compressor, and it's a 20-gallon. It's the same size, but let's see here. Yeah, it's a 20-gallon silent, so it's quiet, and it's an upright thing, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. This one makes so much noise when you turn it on and it's running. You can't even talk in here. I mean, it's loud. I'll demonstrate for you here for a second, because all I got to do is flip it on. I'm getting rid of this thing. I don't trust it anymore. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is get this shop vac out of the way. Our shop vacs, they're so weird. I mean, they're impossible to store. How do you store these things? The hose, you know, it just like flops all over the place. There's no place to wind up the cable on it. And so, you know, when you're rolling it around, everything falls off of there, and they're just a very awkward machine. But hey, yeah, when you got to have a shop vac, you got to have a shop vac. They do the job. But boy, what a pain in the butt. All right, we're going to unplug this air compressor right there, and then I had that fed back behind the the beam here, so pull that out, and then we can get that out here where we can work on it. And really, I don't have a whole lot of work to do it on. I'm just going to save some of these tools that I have and take the hose off. I did buy some, with it, I bought some new couplings. And I also bought this neat little air tool that so the new one should be a lot better. So I'm going to strip this one down and then get this one set up and see how quiet it is and see how it works. Well, I'll tell you what, after, I just used the speed coupler there and popped the hose off, and then I thought, somebody else wants this. I just bought new couplers, so I'm going to leave that on there. Why strip it off of there? I got no use for it. It is a Husky. It is a Husky. So it wasn't a Craftsman. And it's probably still good. I don't know, but I'm just afraid to use it, so I'm replacing it with a new one. Plus, I like the idea that this one's going to be quiet. Well, it gives me a whole list here of steps 1 through 8 that I am supposed to follow before I plug the thing in, so I'm going to do that. Number 1, ensure the switch is in the off position. Where's the switch? I got some studying to do. I've got this thing hooked up now. I've got the hose hooked up. It's got a nice little hook on the front for my hose, so it stays up out of the way. The pressure regulator knob. There's your tool regulator, and there's how much pressure the tank has in it. So the tank will usually have more pressure, and then you can set the pressure of, whatever comes out of the end of the hose by turning this and adjusting it. So this thing also, I don't know if we can see it, but way down underneath here, it has an actual petcock valve, so it's easy to drain. I just, flip that valve, and I can drain the water out of it every day. So let's turn it on and see how quiet it is. Here's the on and off switch over here. It's a little quieter than the other one. Starting to build up some pressure. I believe they're right, it is pretty quiet. Pressure tool, tighter pressure tool. Now I'm going to listen to see if I hear any air leaks. I don't hear anything, so we're good. It's up to, it's over 100 pounds. It goes up to 165 psi, and then it shuts off automatically. And then I've got this right now set to 50. You can adjust that by turning this knob to get the pressure you want. Because some air tools, only recommend that you use certain pressure. You don't want 100 pounds of air pressure coming out of the hose if you don't need it. But I'm pretty happy with that. Well, now I've got to cut up this cardboard. and get it ready to go out to the trash tomorrow. So that's always fun. That'll give me great joy to come in the future. Well, cats, it is the following day, and just that quick, I put the old air compressor on the Facebook Marketplace for our local area, and within an hour it was sold. So I got 50 bucks for it. I wasn't going to make a fortune on it, and I knew that. And if I found a good home, there's a guy in town that has a nice shop, and they had, you know, one of them great big, huge air compressors. But they wanted something small and portable to just drag around too. So they were happy to get that. And they're going to fix the drain valve on the bottom and put it back in service again. So that happened. And then, aside from that this morning, some sad news. I had to take Smokey to the vet. And it was decided that it was time to put him down. So we had to put the little guy to sleep. They have these nice little biodegradable body bags. So he's right here. I just brought him home. Now I have the task of heading up on the hill and digging a grave up in the pet cemetery today. So I'm not looking forward to that. I wasn't looking forward to this morning either, but I knew it was something that had to be done. And I think he's in a better place now. He's much happier. So now I'm down to 2 kitties in the house, and we'll see how that goes. Well, thanks for watching today, guys. I appreciate all the prayers and support. And remember, I'll be praying for you guys too as you need it. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and join me on this ride. Till next time, cats, I'll catch you all later.